We're back at Universal Studios Hollywood, and today we are back to check out the progress on the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad! You keep digging!
It has been 2 weeks since we've last been here. Grinchmas has been in full swing, but is winding down, so cannot wait to walk through the park today and check out how this coaster is coming along.
Here we go!
So let's not waste any time. Let's roll it. It is pretty packed here on CityWalk here today. Hello Kitty Cafe has a bit of a line, a bit of a wait for food and beverage items, but what I'm most excited about here on CityWalk is the new Lime Friends store that will be opening soon. No official date yet as to when this will open up, but I love the fact that it's right across from Hello Kitty Cafe and the Sanrio store. Cannot wait to check that out when it opens. And just like magic, we are now in the park and it is packed today. Right now it is 11:05 a.m. so the park's been open for about 2 hours. It opens at 9 a.m. this week for the holiday hours, and it is pretty busy. Now I've heard this whole week has been pretty packed in terms of crowds. A lot of schools are still out on vacation for the holiday, but I'll be honest, as packed as it seems right now, it doesn't seem as congested as it was the week before Christmas. So it's been about 2 weeks since we were last here, and again, even though there are a lot of people for this time, it's not as crazy as the full-blown Grinchmas season was taking place right before Christmas. They finally have some new Shiz merch. So I know we've all been begging for some of the Shiz University shirts, hoodies, crews, and such to come into stock, and they finally have. So we have this jersey up top over here. That one looks really nice. The Shiz University jersey is $80. So you have the large Shiz University print on the back and then the Shiz logo on the front. We also have this really nice thick blazer. This is $65 and looks really cool, and it has the gold stitching for the logo of Shiz University on the front. Very nice. We also have this crew neck tee that says Shiz on the front for $37, nothing on the back, but you do have the blue piping along the sleeves. We also have some really cute decorative throw pillows. The throw pillows are $27. We have seen the tumblers here at the store, so those are not new, but coming over to the right, we now have this sweat set. We have the sweatpants over here for $50. These are nice full length. They do come to a taper at the bottom. And then we have the Shiz hoodie. The Shiz hoodies are $60. Yeah, Shiz on the front, nothing on the back. But these are a cropped hoodie, just an FYI. You can see it cuts a little bit shorter than a full length hoodie, but it does have a nice thick lining towards the bottom. It's nice to see that they've brought these items in stock. Again, I know a lot of us Wicked fans have been begging for Shiz University merch, so it's finally great that you'll be able to pick some up here at the Universal Studios store inside of Universal Studios Hollywood. Our favorite street sweepers are about to perform. The music's about to cut on, and we're going to see a nice fun performance about to begin. like to head straight to the lower level so we can take a good look at the coaster, but because it is pretty crowded today and I don't want to wait in too long of a queue, we're going to jump right onto the studio tour so we can see how the coaster looks from down below in the studio tour area. So approaching the studio tour area right now, the wait time is 45 minutes, really high for this time of day, but again, it is the holiday season with holiday hours, which means lots of people packing into the rides. We're gonna make our way down and jump right on the queue.
Photo opportunities, but please keep an eye on them so that they don't get too wet. Finally, for your safety and the safety of those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while you are on board. And there is so much to celebrate. You know, we just ring in the new year. Of course, the holidays just passed. So why don't we hear from our friend Cindy Lou?
Hello, friends. This is Cindy Lou Who, and I want you to help me find the Grinch. He could be here. He could be there. That Grinchy old Grinch could be hiding anywhere. Perhaps he's in the Universal Plaza by the holiday tree, counting the presents. 1, 2, 3. He could be in a corner, he could be in a nook, or maybe the Jurassic Cove is where you should look. He'll be at one of those 2 places waiting for you. So happy holidays from me, Cindy Lou Who.
Now that we got a nice look at the coaster from the studio tour POV, we're going to make our way to the lower lot and take a look at all the progress that's been made over the last 2 weeks. Making our way towards the Starway, we do see the crane on the left-hand side. There is some active construction taking place today. Seeing a couple of construction workers down below doing their thing. Now to the right, there hasn't been much change in terms of addition of track, but as we come over to the left here, it looks like they have finally completed the retaining wall that is here at the inversion of the coaster. But again, we don't have any additional track that has been laid. From what we can see on this side, when we head down one more level, we're going to take a look and see from there if we can see any additional track. You can see the crane in the background kind of parked to the side here. We do have workers underneath the structure that they built out by the track. So again, we're going to have a little bit of a better look once we head down one set of escalators on the Starway. So it's great to finally see the retaining wall on this end here pretty much completed. And it actually comes out really close next to the coaster. So I'm curious to see what this will turn into, if it's going to be part of the overall theming of the ride, or if it's going to house something like mechanical or electrical. Let's head down and take a look from down below. So we can see from down here, there has not been any additional track laid over the last 2 weeks. However, it looks like on the other side we do have the catwalk finally built out towards the track, both up top here on the left and towards the right. It looks like they finally have moved out a good portion of the catwalk, which looks really good. And further down below, we actually do have track that has been added in that lower area. So happy to see the work move on down to that side. Super excited to see what twists, turns, inversions come along that way. But now we have the exciting part of seeing the track extend further to the back in the lower areas that they have built out of the ride. So back here we can see that small portion of track they have added, which looks absolutely amazing. And again, we can see the catwalk that has been built out right by that tall support beam that has gone up. Also looks like they have this shed-like structure down below. Again, looks like something that will house part of the operations of the ride itself, whether that's mechanical, electrical. I don't believe this little structure they have built has to do with the theming of the ride, but more of the retaining walls have come up over the siding here. So yeah, it's great to see all of this progress over here in this lower section as the ride extends further and further back. Now the ride is slated to open in 2026, so it's going to be amazing over the next few months of this year, seeing everything come together. We did see the track on this side go up very quickly last year, so I don't expect it'll take much longer for them to finish building out the track itself here in these lower levels. Those should go up fairly quickly. Once all the track does go up, we are very excited to see in terms of theming what exactly decorates the landscaping here. Whether it's going to be comprised of shrubbery, grass, greenery, we do not know, but what we do know is this thrilling ride is definitely one to not miss. It's incredible to see the difference that 2 weeks makes in terms of the progress of the coaster here at Universal Studios Hollywood. We're going to make our way now over to the Lookout by Super Silly Funland so we can take a look at the construction specifically of the structure. All right, so made our way through Super Silly Funland, and towards the backside of the coaster here. They have made quite a bit of progress with the brickwork on the main structure. You can see a lot of it, especially on the top of the building, has gone up, looking really, really good. There also seems to be a bluish, almost purplish wall to the right hand side. Not exactly sure what that will be a part of, or if that'll just be continued brickwork, but again, looking really, really good. Towards the left here, you can really see they do not have the scaffolding up. What that brickwork looks like along the siding. And again, active construction taking place today. So we do have the tractors and the construction workers working hard down below as they complete various sections along the siding. Cannot wait to see what exactly the theming of the storyline will be for this structure. So we do have Fast and Furious Supercharged at the very end of the studio tour. I highly doubt they're going to continue the same storyline with the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift coaster, but I am very excited to see what exactly the story will be. Will we have screens inside that kind of tell you what's going on in terms of the story? Will there be actors or interactive things that take place to kind of give you an idea as to what exactly the plot will be for this themed ride? But overall, everything is looking really, really good. And again, you can see the catwalk has been extended a little bit right here in front of the structure, and slowly but surely everything's being pulled together. Now, if you come towards the left of the lookout, you can kind of see the top of support structures here. So kind of mirroring what we see when we're on the studio tour. This coaster goes pretty far back onto the grounds of the theme park. So when you're looking from the Starway, it's kind of hard to see in terms of depth just how far this coaster goes back. But from up here, you definitely get a better sense of that scale. Because again, further back here, you can see those support structures to the left. And we have Super Nintendo there right to the right. So again, this is a very long coaster. And with all of the effects, such as the cars spinning, going forwards and backwards, this is really going to be very thrilling. Looking down over here, we do have the catwalk that's been extended on this side. It doesn't quite match the darker gray color of the catwalk to the right. But again, this is part of the coaster down here, so not sure exactly if this is a point where the coaster will slow down. Will this be another launch, or will we change directions? If you happen to know, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, super excited. I have to say, I do enjoy on coasters when you come to a point like this where it kind of slows down a little bit. You got to catch your breath before getting dropped, launched, or propelled to the next section of the track. So we are going to see exactly how this moves the ride along. But down below there, you can see the curvature of that portion of track. That'll take us again pretty low to the ground. You're going to be coming pretty close to the ground there on that area, similar to the area we just saw on the Starway. And from the studio tour, that's going to look very impressive, seeing those coasters come down as you're riding the studio tour. And I'm not sure if on the ride itself, if you'll even be able to recognize that the studio tour is right there next to you passing by. You might be going too fast to recognize it, but I'm excited to see how that feels, both from the ride perspective and when on the studio tour, just how close that feels when you're coming down that curve there on the coaster. Overall, everything looks really, really great. For me, this year, I'm most interested in seeing how the structure comes along. So seeing that brickwork go up along the siding is really, really cool. Cannot wait to see when we get a little bit of a sense of the theming of the queue and exactly what storyline they're going to go with. It's going to be really, really cool. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!